Hello, everybody. This is Arno and Nico Joubert. I am what am I? The technical director of techCONNECT, and I'm joined by my business partner called Nico. He is the business development director of techCONNECT as well. This is our very first podcast that we're recording, and yeah, we're going to swing in and see how it goes. Basically, giving an introduction to ourselves, where we started, and how we got to know each other, and how the business started. So, how did the business start, Niku? We met in 2015, 2014,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
And
yeah.
both of us were
Actually,
you bash.
seriously awesome story. Actually, competition for each other. Started our same type of businesses, IT businesses in Komatipoort, small little
Mm.
uh, farm town.
One horse
It's not a
town,
farm,
yeah.
one whole town. It's not a farm town anymore. If you look at the size of the
Mm.
transport companies and everything that's running around here. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it was match made in heaven in terms of meeting each other at the right time and having a
I
good sit
think
down and
in business, where you've got that opposites complement each other, we really complemented each other in that sense.
yeah, a good yin and yang.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. So yeah, we met
Yeah,
at
so in
Stoep Cafe, which is one
actual
of
fact,
the. You go on. You tell the story, please. You tell the story.
yeah, so in actual fact, it was our first meeting, sitting and deciding. Okay, listen, what you good at, what I'm good at, and there's scope for good partnership here. Ended up at the end of the meeting, like, listen, we will not be doing Wi-Fi. We don't want to be awake at night, and we don't want to get call outs at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to solely be an
Oh.
IT company. And lo and
Mm.
behold, the core of our business now is wireless internet.
Yeah, been very interesting.
Yeah, it's been a rough and bumpy road. One of my favorite memories is sitting on top of the Lebombo Mountains, strapping ourselves to a tower like a bunch of 60s hippies. Um, Hell no, we won't go type of thing with some. Uh,
That was
it's
funny.
funny starting a wisp and being in the situation where you think you've got stuff planned and you think everything is going swimmingly, and at the end of the day, life hits you. Life hits you in
Mm.
ways where you can plan. And listen, it wasn't just then. This type of
Mm.
stuff still happens. We had
Mm-hmm.
incidents, what I knew, 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
unplanned incidents where you have to roll with the punches. It's not an
Mm.
easy business. It's not a um, there's not
Yeah.
a step-by-step guide how to build the perfect wisp. I think we can write a
Like
nice book
life.
about it, though.
Like life. Yeah. It's never
Mm-hmm.
straight, and you never walk straight according to the path. It's always course correcting, course correcting. For example, when lightning hits your tower, there's not much you can do about it, but like we say, control the controllables. And man, you guys were champs. I wasn't leaving Swaziland, so I didn't feel the brunt of it, but you guys dealt with it. It was
Yeah.
hectic.
Yeah. And driving around and making decisions in terms of, listen, do you find a replacement sector which I have to drive to Joburg for, or do I get other equipment from Nelspruit and then you swap over 10 clients? So it would have been much easier and faster replacing one sector if we could have got on hold of the sector. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a crunch time 99
Mm-hmm.
decision. All right, techs are all on standby and prepped a new sector, different brand, and we had to drive
Mm-hmm.
and go and get some stock and
Mm.
swapped over 12 clients in one day. What's it, 22 clients in
Man,
one day?
yeah, 22
Uh,
clients in one day. Hectic. No, listen, and you know what? At the end of the day, I think the ultimate decision is always what's going to benefit the clients. How are we going to help the
yeah,
clients, and how they're going to have a better experience at the end of the day. I think in terms of our vision and values, that's always been a guiding force for us. Is
yeah.
what do we do
Clients
to
first.
Clients first, 100%. Clients first. So, Nico, tell us a bit about your background. Where did you come from before you came to our beautiful little town called Komatipoort? What were you doing with your life? How did you end up here?
Yeah, I'm not going to bore you with the long sob stories of how many schools I were
Mm.
in.
Okay, you were
That's
a rugby
a
player.
podcast on its own. That's a podcast on its own in how many schools I were. So obviously I've got a few principals' names on my list, but I'll leave that for another time. Work wise, went to study at University of Potchefstroom. Ended up with C++ programming, networking, SQL. From there, went through to Palabora Mining Company, where I spent 10 years of my life. My kids were born there. I was an instrumentation specialist. The mine was very, very good to us. Sent me for my Cisco CCNA training, Microsoft MCITP in SQL 2005,
Mm.
and really, really enjoyed it. And think 30, 34 years old, decided, listen, time for a change, time for change
Mm.
of scenery, time to do my own thing, and ended
Mm.
up in Komatipoort. I've got some family in
Mm.
the area, so obviously came out to stake the place out a bit, and really fell in love with the people here, fell in love with
Mm.
the area, and then
People
obviously
are
met you
amazing.
here,
Mm.
and
Mm.
and the rest is
Mm.
history.
Mm. Yeah.
And your side,
Look,
Arnu, give
no,
our
look.
viewers some background. Your side.
So basically, mom and dad retired in Marlow Park, and mom passed away, and dad had a difficult time coping, so I came through to help him out, and also fell in love with the place and the people. They were just amazing. Really, they took us in with open arms and background. Worked at a company called FetchSure, which became Investec today. Was in the server department. Looked after a couple of hundred servers, 8,000 people in there. Big corporate IT. Started my own business at the age of 26. Took some of the guys with me, and then started doing projects and rollouts, etc. So big mega projects for big mega corporates, and went on and was extremely unhappy in Johannesburg. Just the rat race. I couldn't cope with it. Couldn't cope with the traffic and the hours in the traffic and the keeping up with the Joneses. And it was just a total different atmosphere. Yeah, I must admit though, when I drove into Marlow Park the first time, I actually did think it'll be excellent if I could put Wi-Fi in here. Lo and behold, what I didn't know what I was letting myself in for. Uh, listen, we need to get a name for this podcast. What are we going to call it? I want to call it
Um,
something like advice for the kids, because I literally want to record this as a life advice and lessons that we've been going through and documenting our path. I don't know. Tales
we
from the
could go for
towers.
something like Tales of the Towers, or
Yeah.
maybe we should put this out somewhere and people vote for the two Wi-Fi grumpy old men. Um,
No. Speak for yourself.
but
I've got a reason to be grumpy. Yeah. So
no,
look.
I'd love for this to become a seriously motivational type of thing, and
Mm,
we obviously we haven't had it easy. It's
mm,
hasn't been a smooth ride.
mm,
There's
mm,
been a lot of bumps in the road.
mm,
But what I do feel is that we've really overcome these bumps
mm,
and flat tires and
mm,
uh,
mm,
lightning, where we've always handled it with a positive attitude and
mm,
always looked, where is the silver lining in this? And I think that's what's been
mm,
keeping the two of us sane in terms
mm,
of, doesn't matter what life throws at us, there is a silver
mm,
lining. Sometimes you only see it a
mm,
day or two later, but at least a
mm,
positive sense of mind where let's let's just look at what did we learn here, how much did we improve. I mean, with every single big breakdown that we've had, is the two of us in the moment sat down and, okay,
mm,
how do we get the people up? one, as fast as
mm,
possible, and two, how to make sure this doesn't happen again, and how to improve
mm,
from here. So it's either a
mm,
technology upgrade or it's a backup upgrade, or
mm,
somewhere we did improve with every single breakdown
mm,
and every single big issue we've had so far,
mm, mm.
which I
Yeah.
feel that's type of information that we could really share with people out there.
Mm. Yeah, I think the first lesson that I actually want to tell my kids when they listen to this in 10 years' time or whatever is always just control the controllables. There's certain
Mhm.
things that you cannot control. You cannot control lightning. You cannot control traffic jams. It doesn't help that you get irritated or peed off if there's a traffic jam and you're late. Control the controllables and try and be proactive. And very important is always notify the clients of what's happening. Let them know what's going on. Explain to them the situation. Do not over explain. Just give, they don't care what caused it to go down and why it's down. They want to know how long is it going to be down and
Yeah.
what are you doing to sort it out. That's it. Don't give them the technical details. That's something I learned very, very quickly in my IT career is you need to keep everybody informed. And I think in terms of controlling the controllables, you want to talk a bit about our ESCOM situation on Lebombo. That's just another example.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a supplier that you pay for electricity, and then through some other admin issue, that
Mm-hmm.
gets switched off. So
Yeah.
we've got batteries as backup, and obviously not getting notifications, and then all of a sudden the tower's down, and drive up, getting through traffic with these trucks to the mountain is crazy. Getting up there,
Mm,
okay, it's an issue. Start generators, find out one of the batteries is faulty, sorting that out, and then that's a day and half a night of up and down sorting issues out, and then the long and short of it is the ESCOM supply was down.
mm,
Um, yeah, so it's there's so many different things that can go wrong.
mm,
Solar panels on that same site, solar panels being stolen.
mm,
Also, we didn't have notification at that stage. We do now.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
So
one of
we
the other
learn
was
every day.
yeah, one of the other was driving past our tower or doing work on the mountain. And good, did you remove your solar panels? I'm like, no, they should be
No.
there.
Uh-huh.
No, they're not there anymore.
Next
So
to the
yeah,
army
no,
base.
yeah, we thought it was safe. We thought it was safe. Um, uh, Adding on to controlling the controllables, there's a lot of wisdom being passed down from your side to my side. There's a small little age gap. And one of the big things that I'm really seeing a serious turnaround at this stage in my life personally is diet. And that's controllable. Just getting up in the morning,
Mm-hmm,
dressing up, lifting your ass, let's do
mm-hmm,
this, and then checking what you eat, checking what you put in your
mm-hmm,
body. Doing that every
mm-hmm,
day, those are controllables. Those are stuff that you don't have to
mm-hmm,
worry about. If you get in your routine, if you're monitoring what you're doing, there's so many positive things that
mm-hmm,
comes from that. A good diet doesn't have to be something specific. Good diet, your morning routine,
mm-hmm,
being on time, being responsible, and taking what's the right word here? Taking ownership of what your
mm-hmm,
function is every day. That's the those are the controllables that you can
mm-hmm.
from there push forward, and then there is snowballs from there.
Look, I think this is going to be a good document for the before and after pics of you and me. I'm only going downhill from here, but you're a good looking boy. So I'm sure in 6 months' time, when we've done our 30th podcast, yeah, it's going to be a different story. And already you've lost tons of weight. You've lost some
10,
kilograms.
10,
And
10 k,
yeah,
10 k.
yeah, and that's the carnivore diet, which I literally believe in. It's changed my life. Just eating meat, got that from Jordan Peterson, a podcast that he gave. Carnivore diet changed a lot of things in my life. I'm not on it now. I'm on a keto, missing the starch too much, but less than 50 grams of starch a day. But I don't know, in terms of your life, in terms of my life, snoring has stopped, allergies have gone, lost. I lost, and
Anxiety.
I didn't have a lot to lose. I lost 8 kgs now, 8 kilograms, and that was in less than 2 months. You've been on it for almost a month,
20, 26 days. What, today's the
and how
26?
many
Yeah,
kg? Yeah,
11. 11. Yeah, 10 and a half.
11 kgs. No, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So what
Yeah.
I
So
started
I want to
doing,
do
I know
10
this
more.
is probably, yeah, 10 more would be good. I want to pick up some, but started introducing mushrooms now into my diet, and green beans I've realized doesn't work, and milk doesn't work. So
Yeah,
I've
more.
at least figured out what doesn't work for me. But that
My
first
bike
bite of chip you're
implementation
gonna
starts
enjoy.
next week.
Okay, excellent. What you gonna introduce?
Oh, milk and cheese. Oh, please, milk and cheese be good.
That's the best. The cheese is the best. Oh man, you got so sick of red meat and butter, but the cheese is the best. Okay, so Nico, let's I think wind this conversation down. So it was a good intro. I think just to get all the technology issues sorted out and figuring out the program and the software, etc. There's going to be some editing after this. But I think what we want to accomplish with this is, like Nico said, maybe inspire, maybe teach,
Yeah.
definitely document some life lessons for our kids, and also explain. I think there's a bit of a misconception out there for the youth that we deal with every day and the youth that we employ, is that life is easy. And I don't think they realize exactly how hard life
Well,
is.
you're gonna get going for
No, what's your ideas on this life is easy thing?
yeah, it'll be a can of worms. It all starts with these participation certificates. This just open
Totally agree.
hands. I should get everything in life. Life is easy. Just if you pitch, if you hear, doesn't matter what you do, what your output was. I need to be rewarded, and that's not. There's
That's not
there's
life.
there's reasons that even in the Greek times they were races, and in the Bible time they were races, and first, second, and first place. There's reasons for
Mm-hmm.
that. Competition breeds winners.
Mm-hmm.
Winners win in
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's
No,
sharks
no.
out there.
We'll
There's
do
sharks.
we'll do a total. Yeah, we'll do
That'll be the
a
next one.
full episode about that.
Yeah. So
Definitely,
okay, Niku.
definitely.
Now, thank you. I know it's late. Thank you for your time. Good luck with your trip. See you back on
Awesome,
Monday. Drive safe and love you guys. Tell the kids I love them too.
awesome.
Okay.
Cheers, buddy. Love
Cheers.
you all. By
Love you.
God.
Cheers. Bye.